Hello, welcome to another episode of Tips for Organist. In this episode, I am going to be talking about organ registration. You see these stops that are on the organ. How do we use them? From what you're seeing now, I'm currently focused on the solo division, which is the topmost version, the great division, which is this keyboard here, and then choir division. One thing I want you to know is the choir division is supposed to be the quietest division on the organ, so generally speaking, it sounds softer, or the volume is not as high as the other divisions. Alright, so let's take a look at the stops on this on the choir division on this organ. There's the Klein Azala, the 2-rank voice. There's the quintet 16, the Dulciana, on the Marie, concert flute, the Appeasing, Dolcan, Celeste, Gedacht Palmer, Spitz Principal, Coppel flute 4 foot, 4-rank Roust quint, Zoba flute 2 foot, Sesquialtera 2-rank. You have the Shaft 4-rank. You have the quint flute. The quint flute is a mutation. Any stop you see, whole number and a fraction, it's a mutation. It means that the pitch of that particular stop is not going to be the same as, it's going to be slightly varied. The pitch is not going to be the exact. So let's demonstrate it. Let me select okay, so this is okay, I don't know if you can hear that. So this is C. I've just played C, middle C. Now let me take off these 2 stops and play the same C on a mutation, and you see it's not going to sound at the exact pitch. Don't forget the first one was and this is so it sounds like a fifth of that. Yeah, so mutation stops do not sound at the same pitch. They're slightly varied, either a fifth in some cases, and however. So that's so you see these ones that are colored red are reeds. So anything from trumpets to clarinets to an oboe to a bassoon, all the reeds that you're seeing are just variations of the major reed instruments category. Yeah, so so how do I apply this in? So let's go to the pedal division, swell, and processional. Alright, so on the pedal division we have contrabordon 32 foot, violon 16 foot, contra gaugen 32 foot, sub bass, processional bordon 16, bordon 16, that's the one for the pedal. So let me just explain what the processional manual on this instrument is. So this instrument has 5 divisions. Okay, that's 4 manuals, then in addition with the pedal makes it 5, and then an additional division called the processional division. This processional division is playable on any of the other manuals, so I can just have processional voices. These are the only ones selected, but if I play, nothing sounds because nothing else is not coupled to any manual. So if we take a look at the couplers here, you see this one here called the processional on grits. So if I engage it now, you see that this processional stops, begin to sound from the grits. However, the sound is coming from the rear end of this all. So that's another beautiful thing. So the processional is that division where, as the priests and the ministers are coming into the chapel or coming into the hall, they are coming in from the entrance. So the processional is positioned at the entrance. So the swell, on the other hand, for this organ is positioned at the west side of where I am. Yeah, just somewhere. The speakers are positioned somewhere up there. Yeah, these are the speakers. By the way, this is not a pipe organ, this is a digital organ. So what this is it's a pipe facade. It's a pipe facade. It's not actual pipes. So the sound for this organ is produced from speakers, but it's a beautiful instrument. I mean, you can hardly tell it's not a pipe organ until I tell you it's not. You can hardly be able to figure out. But it's a beautiful instrument. So this beautiful instrument has got swell. Let's see what's on the swell now. So a bunch of 8-foot stops, English diapason, Liebig, Gedeckt, viola, celeste, stop diapason, English diapason, chimney flute, flute celeste, 2-rank, 8-foot flute celeste, a press stance, a doublet. Let's see what that sounds like. Okay, so that's a flute. Then we have the 5. Alright, the tierce is a mutation. Remember what I said about mutations? Their pitch is slightly varied. So you see that while these ones were giving us actual pitch, this one does not give us. This is so it's giving us a third of that. Yeah. So if you look at it closely, the tierce, it's a mutation. So mutations are supposed to be combined with foundation stops. You are supposed to use them in conjunction to all these other ones, so that it just gives you that layer, and then you build on top of it. So can you see? Yeah, so that is sort of the effect. You can use that when you want to solo. You can do that when you want to, when you want to solo, or when you have engaged a substantial number of reeds. So now that I've shown you these stops, you can pause the video to take a look at the stops. I'm going to now play something for you, and I might explain what I'm doing as time goes on. Okay, so welcome back. I'm at the organ console now. So as I've just shown you the stops on the organ, I'm going to now put those stops to use and explain my own approach to registration for hymns. Alright, so the hymn I want to play today is Are You Washed in the Blood? The lyrics are, have you been to Jesus for the cleansing power? Are you washed in the blood of the Lamb? Are you fully trusting in His grace this hour? Are you washed in the blood of the Lamb? Alright, so on this particular memory preset, I have on the first piston, I have nothing on the grates, and then I just have two stops here, two stops here. This is what it sounds like. I mean, the choir is coupled to the grates, two stops are coupled here. The swell is coupled to the pedal. On the swell we have just a bunch of 8-foot stops. They're using some flutes and then a 4-foot flute. So if I'm to play the introduction, I could use this. Okay, on the solo I have just 2 soft reeds and foundation stops, double flute, orchestral flute. So let's see. Now that the congregation is going to be singing, I can't afford to just have 8-foot stops. So I'm going to engage a few more 4-foot stops and brighter 8-foot stops. So let's see what that sounds like. Now they have started singing the first verse. Brighten it up. First verse is over. We're going to the second verse. Now, this has 4 verses, so second verse I'm still going to be allowed to do more. So the second verse, the lyrics read thus: Are you walking daily by the Savior's side? Are you washed in blood? Yeah, are you walking daily? Are you walking daily? So let me just include some. Okay, so a bunch of what do I have here? A bunch of quiet reeds on my, okay, no, not quiet reeds now. A combination of soft reeds like the Koran, the Out Boy, and moderately sharp reeds like French trumpet, harmonic trumpet. I also have the Vox Humana, and then another quiet reed on the greats, which clarinet. Alright, so let's see what that sounds like for the second verse. Line of the first 2 lines of the chorus. Now something is wrong here. Something is wrong. Because I have
several manuals coupled to the pedal. So that pedal line is too pronounced, is too prominent. So let me reduce that. I'm going to take out the coupler, swell to pedal. See, I can't hear my swell. So what do I do now? I'm going to take out swell to pedal. So let's see. Still doesn't sound well because we have a bunch of reeds on the swell. And we also have reeds, so reeds against reeds. So let's take out the reeds, add a couple more 4-foot voices, and now let's play that. It's still not sounding, so let's play swell at 4-foot. So swell 4. So everything on the swell to 4 at 4-foot pitch. Now at this point I can take it back to this full. Third verse is the penultimate verse. That's the verse that comes before the final verse. So what do I do? I'm going to give an idea of what's about to come. So I'm going to play a pedal point. I'll play the tonic on the pedals and sustain it. Now on this registration, what I have on this particular preset is a bunch of reeds, and then there's this double trumpet, 16-foot double trumpet. So now, in order to prepare the audience for what's coming next, I'm going to not move around so much. I'm just going to play pedal point, sustain the tonic for a while, and then I might go to the dominant, just to prepare them, and then you see what happens. I'll play this third verse through, and then I'll play an interlude, then the final verse. Let's see how that goes. Explain what I did. I had a bunch of reeds, played pedal points, sustained the tonic at first for a few phrases or a few lines, and then I changed to the dominant, just preparing, and then towards the end I played regular regular bass line. And then next I had a reed solo playing a passage or an interlude, if you like, that led us to the final verse. And in the final verse, I unleashed everything that there was to unleash. Had a lot of, then at this point, at some point during the final verse, what I did was I added 4 foot couplers, swell to grade 4, choir to grade 4. So that's what gave us that effect. And then towards the end, I added a 32-foot contrabass, double trumpet 16, and then a posaune fagot. So that was to just give it that grand ending. So I mean, there are different things you can do as an organist, to be creative about it. And the most important thing is it's not a competition. You're not competing with your audience. You are complementing your audience. Your audience is singing along with you, and you are carrying them along on the journey. So don't let it get to the point where you are racing against them, or you are trying to outshine them, or you are trying to do too much. Yeah, so that's it. Thank you very much for this episode. I appreciate you all. I'll see you in the next episode.